Guess what, kiddies? RGT is back with yet another Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom video. Look, man, it's going to be crazy this week. I'm going to be talking about this game a ton because there's going to be a ton of things to talk about with it. There's so much fun stuff to uncover with this game. Of course, we don't even necessarily talk about the game itself right now. We're just talking about the events surrounding the game. Once the game actually releases, then we'll have more stuff to talk about. There's going to be lots of Zelda stuff, but always remember, I'm not a Nintendo YouTuber, but you can call me a Legend of Zelda YouTuber, at least for the time being. But Tears of the Kingdom, obviously, everyone's waiting on it. Everyone is patiently waiting on it, except for hacker men and women out there who are pirating the game, arg matey, and, you know, playing it through various means. Now, yesterday we talked about something with a potential for it to be happening, and I have a big update for this that's actually blowing my mind, and I kind of want to talk about some things that are going to be tied in with that, because now that this has been told to me from a credible source that I completely trust, you know, now the game has kind of changed a little bit, and I'm very shocked that this has already happened, but I do feel like there's going to be some fallout from this situation as far as potentially reviews are concerned. Now, you might remember yesterday, we of course talked about patch 1.1.0 for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, a pretty sizable patch. But what was on the patch was kind of left up to interpretation. There wasn't any official patch notes that were out there, at least for people that pre-ordered the game, and it seemed like the game was going to be automatically updated to 1.1.0 for those who purchased the game digitally, thus making the physical version of the game already outdated before it comes out. You gotta love modern gaming, man. You gotta love modern gaming, but it didn't really matter if it was just a small update. You know, people could always avoid that. And from what I had seen online, and I was unable to verify from other things, was a lot of different things. Basically, what I saw from people talking in Zelda forums and message boards and places I shouldn't be looking, and sometimes was that basically a lot of graphical glitches were allegedly the focus of this, more so than game performance, and this was just based on information that these people had been given, so on and so forth, whatever the case may be. But then we of course talked about a video that Nintendo Prime had made where he had heard that they had added in AMD FSR 1.0 into the game, which makes the image sharper, and they've improved upon things like the frame rate of the game. I was able to confirm that graphical glitches were indeed fixed, but I wasn't able to confirm that other stuff until now, because I have a friend, I'm not going to say if it's a he or a she, they might be playing the game a little bit early. They might have had access to the patch, and they might have told me that, yes, indeed, it does seem that AMD FSR 1 has been implemented into the game, and there have been some sizable improvements in the performance of the game. Now, I know what you're thinking to yourself. You're like, we're not idiots. RGT, you are the friend. The friend doesn't exist. And no, that is not the case. Even if I was emulating this game, I would have no clue how to add patches into it. Like, that seems way beyond me. Like, although I talk about emulation and stuff, I'm still kind of new to all of this stuff. I'm still kind of basic. I swear to you that this is a trusted friend that told me this information, and they gave me the following information based on what they are playing, that, hey, there is AMD FSR 1 now implemented in the game, and there are some improvements. So basically what that means is the image is much sharper than it was originally when they started playing the game. And of course, that's going to be something that we're going to talk about in just a minute. But another thing that they did sort of verify was that when you swing the camera around, it's a lot smoother. There was a little bit of jank when you did it in the original vanilla version of the game, but that is something that has been improved, and they have noticed general overall frame rate improvements with this game. So there's a lot to unpack right there. Obviously, cleaning up the image is probably the one thing that matters the most out of this. Like, frame rate, yes, I get it because it plays into gameplay, but really when you see this game, and when you see a lot of Nintendo Switch games, you always want the image to be as crystal clear as possible. You want the image to look as good as possible, and you know, that's something that when you're playing the game in handheld mode, sometimes there is that sizable dip where it's like, you know, get the Vaseline smearing on the screen. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. So implementing this after the fact, which just is still blowing my mind, it's very, very interesting because Nintendo obviously is taking this game very serious. It's funny how The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom seems to have a performance patch before the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That's never coming out. Think of all the people that lied to you that said that, oh, it's promised that it's coming out. Yeah, RGT was right all along about that, wasn't he? Like the video and subscribe if RGT was right. I better have 1 million subscribers after this video. But obviously improving things like frame rate, improving things like visual clarity in a huge game, single player, first person, or first party game, that's a big deal, especially when we're talking about Nintendo, because it seems like they're taking graphics a little bit more seriously nowadays. But the thing that I am very perplexed about by this is, so this patch is out there now, right? But reviewers have been playing this game for a while now, and now this patch is being implemented into the game after the fact. Like, obviously, I'm not sure when the embargo is for reviews. I think it's Wednesday morning of this week. I'm not 100% sure. But what makes it interesting is, are reviewers going to factor this patch into their review? Like, are they already done with the game? It kind of depends on how long, you know, they have had their review copy and how much they accomplished within their time. Because there's going to be some reviews that I have to imagine they're not going to go back and play the game post-patch if when they played the game was before the patch was already out. So how do you sort of factor that in to your review of this game, and will that impact scores of this game? Because, you know, I know when I play a game, you know, sometimes there's a day one patch, and the day one patch isn't available for people that are playing the review copy of the game. So you're kind of having to be like, you know, companies are like, hey, you know, we're improving this, this, and this on day one, and it's like, well, are you? Like, I don't know that for a fact. Like, yes, you could tell me that, but you could also pee on my leg and then tell me it's raining. I don't know for a fact that that's what's going to be fixed. So I always review a game with the build that I have and say, this is based on the build that I have from the day that it came out. So will we see that with Tears of the Kingdom stuff? And if there is prevalent sort of slowdown that people experienced with the original game versus what the 1.1.0 patch is, if there's things like graphical glitches, if there's things like, you know, lack of crispness in the quality of the game that's substantially better now, because this is, you know, artificial upscaling is a big deal. Like, it does improve upon things. I kind of question like how this game is going to be reviewed, how this game is going to be scored, because this seems like something that should have been baked into the game on day one. Like when this game leaked online or when reviewers were playing this game on day one, AMD FSR should have been, you know, right there. It should have been there the whole time. So I don't know. I'm very surprised though. I'm honestly shocked that Nintendo is taking the graphics of this game seriously. They've already improved the graphics of the game. They improved the performance of the game before the game even came out, before Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out. Yes, I know that's a Game Freak thing. Hey, guess what? Game Freak's a AAA company that has more money than like every other company in the world, yet they can't make a freaking game that runs and looks good. At least make it run and look like a game from the last decade, and you can't do that. Jesus Lord. Anyways, I'm not here to bash Pokemon. I'm here to uplift The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So let me know what you think of this in the comment section down below. Are you surprised by this? Because, yeah, like I said, it's seriously not me. Like, I'm an idiot when it comes to things, but this is someone that I know is playing the game, and they checked out the patch and told me this information, and I trust them very much so. So it's legit, man. It's 100% legit. And so let me know all the thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Hit the bell notification. Not on camera again today. I need to shave, and I just don't feel like shaving. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I got weird product reviews coming up. That's right, RGT product reviews. Let's get into it. If you are new, hit that subscribe button, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Go Knicks. Later.